Eric, it's okay. Okay.
Mom, I had a dream that I was replaced by a diverse woman.
Oh, not again.
Yeah, only this time, it wasn't just me. They were taking all my favorite people and replacing them with diverse women complaining about the patriarchy.
Rachel Zegler found out about South Park mockery of Snow White, and she is not happy about it. Leaks suggest that she demanded the episode to be taken down and even tried to label South Park satire as hate speech.
It's a brand new exclusive event with all your favorite South Park characters.
Dude, school is gonna be so awesome today. I had explosive diarrhea all night.
I like big boobs.
Oh, hamburgers.
How does this even make any sense?
It makes perfect sense. I think the problem is you.
Excuse me. Your curtain. Please allow me to help.
Help? From you? Spare me your white savior complex.
I didn't mean to offend. I just thought you should know that
That I should know what? That some privileged white guy thinks his opinion matters? Get over your entitlement. I'm not some damsel in distress waiting for you to ride in on your high horse. Disappear and take the patriarchy with you. Seriously, go away, stalker. You're weird. Weird.
In a biting satire, South Park creators Trey Parker and Matt Stone depicted the chaotic production of the Snow White remake, showcasing the absurdity of Hollywood's attempts to modernize classic tales. The parody quickly went viral, leading to a flood of memes and public commentary. It highlighted the ongoing trend in Hollywood, where reboots often prioritize a heavily woke agenda over the essence of the original stories. The show's sharp critique resonated with viewers, who began to question the direction of the film and the motivations behind its reimagining. The parody featured exaggerated caricatures, Disney Studio and the film's producers poking fun at their attempts to inject contemporary values into a story that many believe should remain untouched. By lampooning the entire situation, South Park effectively warned audiences about the potential pitfalls of the Snow White project, setting the stage for the drama that would follow. The episode not only entertained, but also sparked discussions about the balance between modernization and respect for classic narratives, making it a cultural touchstone in the ongoing debate. But South Park isn't the only one taking a jab at Snow White. Even Simpsons weighed in on Disney's production methods.
HD TV on the wall. Who's the fairest one of all?
I just want to tell you guys about a little incredible movie that just came out, Snow White. Wow. I just got to tell you, best movie I've seen in years, and there have been some really good films lately. Madam Web, Rebel Moon Part 1, that movie, that transgender one with the Mexican drug lord. But Snow White blows them all away. Chat, this movie has everything. Horrifying, CGI, little people, check. A feminist princess who don't need no man, double check. Diddy dance party at the end, double Diddy check. All this to say, go see Snow White right now. The new one. Not that old stupid one where the princess gets saved by some good, upstanding guy.
Snow White slept and waited for her prince to come, but he never did. Because a woman shouldn't have to depend on a man.
This is the moment that many in Hollywood quietly dread, when The Simpsons come knocking. Now it's Rachel Zegler's turn. The reports coming in that iconic series will present its take on the Zegler drama. Titled Snow Woke, the episode takes a brutal jab at her persona, depicting her as tone-deaf and self-important. The parody pulls no punches, showing her rewriting fairy tale lore, banning princes, and delivering long-winded speeches to confused villagers while her movie flops in Springfield theaters.
Snow White is running for president.
The episode culminates in a live meltdown on Krusty the Clown's talk show, a caricature of celebrity breakdown dressed up in pastel pink and pressed toward desperation. The humor is sharp and unrelenting, showcasing her as a caricature of the very traits that have drawn criticism. The portrayal is not just a comedic take. It serves as a cultural commentary on how Zegler's public persona has been perceived in the wake of her controversial statements. For Zegler, this portrayal is not just a joke. It's a signal that her career stumble has gone beyond gossip columns and become embedded in satire. When The Simpsons parodies you, it usually means your fall from grace has officially entered the cultural canon. For decades, the show has skewered everything from politics to pop stars, but only those who have crossed the line from celebrity to spectacle. In that sense, Zegler's inclusion is not just an insult, it's an obituary for the version of her that once represented Hollywood's bright new era. The episode serves as a cultural commentary on the fragility of fame and the swift judgment of public opinion. The timing of this parody is particularly poignant, as it coincides with Zegler's ongoing struggles in the media. The Simpsons has a long history of skewering public figures, and being included in their satire often signifies that a celebrity has crossed the line from being merely famous to becoming a spectacle. For Zegler, this episode is a stark reminder of how quickly public opinion can shift and how the entertainment industry can turn on its own.
And this started with the movie star Rachel Zegler, who I believe would be categorized as a loudmouth dope. The first animated film that had the kind of Disney magic that had depth, that had absolute, it was riveting. And it's based, of course, on a Brothers Grimm story.
Snow White is the first American feature-length animated movie, 1937. It's one of the most beloved movies of all time.
There's a big focus on her love story with a guy who literally stalks her.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, the entire film's about a love story. It's about a love story because that's what the point of the film is. And I'm sorry that chivalry in a man pursuing you is now deemed as stalking, which now it's kind of making sense why men are opting out of the dating scene.
She's not going to be safe with a prince, and she's not going to be dreaming about true love. She's dreaming about becoming the leader she knows she can be if she was fearless, fair, brave, and true.
And if you disagree with this sentiment, I don't need your business. Thanks.
Zegler's remarks about the outdated nature of the 1937 classic ignited a backlash from fans who hold the original dear. Her dismissal of cherished elements of the story, such as the iconic character of Snow White, the fact that film was a love story, and the traditional fairy tale structure, coupled with the growing turmoil behind the scenes, set the stage for a perfect storm. The backlash intensified as audiences reacted to the South Park parody, which underscored the ongoing trend in Hollywood and the heavily woke agenda that many felt was undermining beloved stories. Critics argued that Zegler's comments were not only disrespectful to the original film, but also indicative of a broader issue in the industry, an obsession with modernizing classics at the expense of their core values. Social media erupted with memes and commentary dissecting Zegler's statements, with hashtags like Boycott Snow White trending across platforms. Fans of the original Snow White expressed their outrage, while others defended her right to reinterpret the character for a new generation. The debate quickly spiraled, with many questioning whether the film could ever live up to the legacy of its predecessor. The tension surrounding the project only grew as more details emerged, painting a picture of a production fraught with challenges.
Supposed to come out like a year and a half ago, and then we went after them so hard because of their variety of ridiculous sins that they actually went into full-scale reshoots on Snow White when we announced that we had a competitor.
As the public drama unfolded, the production team faced their own set of challenges. Reports emerged of creative differences among the filmmakers, with some advocating for a more traditional approach, while others pushed for a radical reimagining of the story. This internal conflict led to delays in filming and a lack of cohesion in the creative vision for the project. Additionally, the pressure from Disney executives to deliver a commercially successful film weighed heavily on the cast and crew. Looming threat of financial failure created an atmosphere of anxiety, with many fearing that the film's reputation and their careers were on the line. Insiders revealed that morale on set was low, with some crew members expressing frustration over the constant media scrutiny and the negative public perception surrounding the project. Then a scandal around the Seven Dwarfs erupted. Initially, they weren't in the movie, then they were added, then taken down again. Eventually, the Seven Dwarfs were replaced by CGI gender-fluid magical creatures, leaving audiences angered and confused.
Did the dwarfs make it or no?
Well, the CGI dwarfs did. Of course, that goes back to the original controversy where Peter Dinklage, a very talented little person actor, said, why are we doing that? We've hired a Latina actress to be Snow White. That's progressive. But you're going to hire little people to play the dwarfs? That just seems like a step backwards. And then, of course, Disney instantly buckled and said, okay, we're going to add magical creatures.
Nothing. Sometimes nothing is the hardest thing to do.
Peter Dinklage famously played the dwarf character for 10 years in Game of Thrones TV show and made big money out of it. And apparently, he is the only one in the little people community who is happy with CGI dwarfs in Snow White. This is what other actors had to say.
Because right now there's more dwarves on this podcast than there are in the new Snow White movie. And that's probably due to Peter Dinklage.
Yep. You're replacing jobs that people could have as little people. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, it's for dwarfs, you know?
These are roles made for actors of my stature. I can't go out for the Harrison Ford or the George Clooney roles because that's not for me. Right. And now it's taken away. I don't feel that's right.
Remaking the movie, they just got rid of the dwarfs. Okay,
but what do they call them?
Why
now,
would they
too?
get rid of the dwarfs though?
Magical creatures.
But they have one token dwarf amongst these magical creatures. You actually just went backwards. You actually just erased the dwarfism side of it. The disability, like we're a disability group. You just erased that whole image. The argument should have been from Peter Dinklage. There's power of being on TV. There's power of television. And to put 7 people with dwarfism on camera in a major Disney movie, there's still power there. If the story is offensive, change the story. Don't change the characters.
This entire saga highlights a broader issue in Hollywood's reboot culture. As studios attempt to modernize iconic tales, they walk a tightrope between innovation and respect for tradition. Zegler's push for a contemporary Snow White has sparked debates about the balance between updating narratives and preserving their essence. Critics argue that while modernization can bring fresh perspectives, it can also lead to a dilution of the original story's charm and significance. Cultural commentators weighed in on the implications for the film industry as a whole. Many pointed out that the backlash against Zegler's comments and the subsequent parody by South Park reflected a growing frustration among audiences who feel that Hollywood is out of touch with its roots. The desire for representation and modern values is valid, but when it comes at the expense of beloved narratives, it can alienate longtime fans. This situation raises critical questions about the future of adaptations in Hollywood. Will studios continue to push for reboots that prioritize social commentary over storytelling, or will they recognize the importance of maintaining the integrity of the original material? As the dust settles, Zegler's reputation hangs in the balance. While some fans support her vision for a modern take on Snow White, others criticize her for what they perceive as a disregard for the original. The question remains, will this controversy define her career, or can she rise above it? In Hollywood, the stakes are always high, and the pressure is always mounting. In the wake of the South Park parody and the ongoing media scrutiny, Zegler has found herself increasingly isolated. While she has her share of supporters, many from older generations have slammed her for what they see as a patronizing attitude toward the 1937 film. The internet has a long memory, and the fallout from this controversy could linger for years to come. Moreover, the potential for a lawsuit from Disney adds another layer of complexity to the situation. If the company decides to pursue legal action, it could further damage Zegler's reputation and complicate her future projects. The possibility of being embroiled in a legal battle with a corporate giant like Disney is daunting, and it raises questions about the power dynamics at play in Hollywood. In the end, the Snow White remake stands as a testament to the complexities of modern filmmaking. Can it rise above the chaos, or will it be forever remembered as a cautionary tale of corporate indecision and public outrage? The drama surrounding Rachel Zegler and Disney's Snow White will continue to captivate audiences long after the credits roll. As we reflect on this unfolding saga, it serves as a reminder of the delicate balance that exists in the world of adaptations. The intersection of tradition and modernity is fraught with challenges, and the stakes have never been higher. The Snow White controversy not only highlights the difficulties of reimagining beloved stories, but also underscores the importance of understanding and respecting the cultural significance of these narratives. The lessons learned from this controversy will resonate throughout Hollywood for years to come. Filmmakers and studios may need to reconsider their approaches to adaptations, weighing the desire for innovation against the need to honor the legacy of the stories they seek to retell. As audiences become more vocal about their preferences, the industry must navigate these waters carefully, striving to create films that resonate with both new and longtime fans. Ultimately, the fate of the Snow White remake may serve as a bellwether for future projects. Will studios heed the warnings presented by this debacle, Or will they continue to push boundaries without fully considering the implications? In a world where storytelling is constantly evolving, the challenge remains. How can we honor the past while embracing the future? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay updated on the latest Hollywood breakdowns, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell.